Veterans, if you're on VA disability and you ever worked a civilian job, this next 20 seconds is for you. In 2026, VA disability and Social Security together can be about $5,914 every month. Most veterans never see the full amount because someone told them one benefit cancels the other. It does not. These are separate programs, and in many cases, the payments can stack. I will show you the exact language from SSA.gov so you can see it for yourself. I hate seeing veterans shortchanged because of bad information. Hit subscribe, save this video for later, and share it with another veteran who needs to hear this. In a minute, we will walk you through a real example so you can compare this to your own situation. Picture this veteran. He served. He was rated 100% disability by the VA. He worked civilian jobs for decades. Every paycheck, FICA, came out. Now he's turning 65. Time to file for Social Security retirement. But 3 different people told him 3 different things. Here's the advice he heard and why it caused so much confusion. One veteran at the VFW said, "Your VA disability will reduce your Social Security dollar for dollar." A financial advisor told him, "You probably will not qualify for full Social Security with those VA benefits." Even a well-meaning VA counselor said, "You might want to wait and see which one pays more." For his situation, all 3 of those comments were not accurate. This veteran almost did not file for Social Security at all. He almost walked away from money he earned through decades of FICA contributions. So I pulled up something on the government's own website. I'm Chris Duncan. I'm a licensed insurance agent, a certified Medicare insurance planner, and a retirement income certified professional. My team works with veterans every day on financial, retirement, and Medicare questions. And I am always looking at how VA disability, Social Security, and Medicare fit together. I even wrote a book called Medicare for Veterans, The Complete Field Guide. You can read it for free at freevetsbook.com if you want to dive deeper into this topic. Veterans often contact us saying, "I heard my VA disability will cut my Social Security check." So I opened the Social Security Administration's official website to make sure we were looking at the actual rules. Here is the language from SSA.gov that explains how this works. On the Social Security website, there is a section just for veterans. Here is the key idea. Social Security disability insurance and VA disability compensation are not based on each other. So a veteran may be eligible to receive benefits from both programs, not affected by each other. 2 separate federal agencies. The VA handles your service-connected disability compensation. Social Security handles benefits you earned through your work and your FICA taxes. 2 separate programs, 2 separate purposes, 2 separate checks. Your VA disability does not reduce Social Security retirement or SSDI. Social Security does not reduce VA disability compensation either. Now let us look at what that can mean in real 2026 dollars. In 2026, a 100% disability rating with no dependents pays about $3,940 per month from the VA, generally tax-free at the federal level and in most states. Social Security retirement benefits in 2026 average about $2,000 per month. Your exact amount depends on your work history and when you claim. Put those together in this example, VA disability plus Social Security retirement is about $5,914 per month. Over a year, that is about $71,000. 2 programs, both earned, both depositing into your account every month when you qualify. But there's something else many veterans don't know about 100% permanent and total ratings. If you have a 100% P&T rating, Social Security can fast track your application. They call it expedited processing. The VA has already decided that you are totally and permanently disabled. Social Security still has its own rules and its own definition. You are not automatically approved, but that 100% P&T rating moves your file toward the front of the line. They know your situation is serious and they review it faster. Two federal agencies that do not really talk to each other, but that rating shows up on Social Security's radar, and your claim does not sit at the bottom of the stack. Now let us talk about other disability ratings. Maybe you are not at 100%. At 70% in 2026, the VA pays about $1,808.45 per month. Again, tax-free. Add your Social Security retirement on top. For many veterans, that could be more than $3,700 a month combined. At 50%, the VA pays around $1,135 per month. You still add your Social Security on top. Even at 30 or 40%, the same rules apply. Whatever your VA rating is, your Social Security benefit is based only on your work history and your FICA contributions. Two separate calculations. Same veteran. My friend Rick, he's a 100% disabled Vietnam veteran. He receives a full VA disability check and a full Social Security check. They stack. But what if you are not at retirement age yet? If you are under full retirement age and you cannot work because of a disability, there is another program called SSDI. That stands for Social Security Disability Insurance. You can receive VA disability compensation and SSDI at the same time. The same rule for SSA applies here. They say these benefits are not affected by each other. One income stream comes from your service-connected disability. The other comes from your work credits you built up paying FICA. And if you have a 100% permanent and total rating, your SSDI application can also be expedited. Now there is another piece of this puzzle. In 2026, many people on Medicare have a Part B premium taken right out of their Social Security check. There's a lot of confusion about how this works. I have a separate video in this series called Veterans Don't Know They're Losing $2,435 to Medicare. That walks through what those Medicare costs look like in 2026 and how they show up on your statement. You can look for that title on my channel, and if it is already out when you are watching this, you will see it linked here on the screen as well. So why is there so much confusion about all of this? Because the VA does not explain how Social Security works. Social Security does not explain how VA disability works. When you separate from the military, nobody sits you down and says, here's how all your benefits fit together over the next 30 years. The VA talks about VA benefits, Social Security talks about Social Security, and Medicare talks about Medicare. Nobody connects the dots. So veterans hear bits and pieces. A story at the VFW, a comment from a planner who does not really work with veterans, a half-remembered line from a letter in the mail, and they end up believing that filing for Social Security will somehow cancel or reduce their VA disability. There is one exception you need to understand, though. There is another program called SSI, or Supplemental Security Income. SSI is different from SSDI. It is different from regular Social Security retirement. SSI is a needs-based program. It looks at your income and your resources. With SSI, your VA disability compensation does count against the benefit. After a small exclusion, every dollar of VA disability reduces SSI. Most veterans who receive VA disability will not qualify for SSI anyway because of the income limits. But I want you to hear this clearly. SSDI and Social Security retirement are not affected by VA disability. SSI is different. VA disability can reduce SSI, but that is a separate program with separate rules. Now, let us pull all of this together and talk about your FICA contributions. Every time you worked a civilian job and looked at your pay stub, you saw that little box labeled FICA. Part of that money went to Social Security, part of it went to Medicare. If you earned around $50,000 a year for 40 years, you contributed roughly $58,000 to Medicare alone. If you earned more, you paid more. So when you collect Social Security and enroll in Medicare, you are not getting a handout. You are finally using benefits you have been funding for decades. Your VA disability compensation is something you earned through your service. Your Social Security and your Medicare are things you earned through your work and your FICA taxes. Different paths, same idea. You earned them. Here is the bottom line. VA disability and Social Security are two different programs. In many cases, they can stack. You may be able to receive both. If someone told you that one cancels the other, they may have been confusing SSI with SSDI, or they were just guessing. Do not let rumors at the coffee shop make you walk away from money that you have already earned through years of service and years of work. Before you make decisions, always go back to the official sources. SSA.gov for Social Security, VA.gov for your VA benefits, Medicare.gov for Medicare questions. And if you feel overwhelmed, talk with a qualified professional who understands how veteran benefits and retirement programs work together. I'm Chris Duncan. I'm not affiliated with or endorsed by Social Security, Medicare, the VA, or any government agency, nor would I want to be. I am a licensed insurance agent, a certified Medicare insurance planner, and a retirement income certified professional. We've been helping people with Medicare, retirement, and financial questions for many years, and my team focuses on helping veterans understand how their benefits fit together. If you like the way I explain this and want to learn more about my background, you can simply search Chris Duncan, We Speak Veteran, or look up my book, Medicare for Veterans, The Complete Field Guide. You can read it for free at freevetsbook.com. This video is general education, not personal advice, not financial advice. I'm not talking about any specific insurance company or plan, and I am not telling you what to enroll in. Always review your own situation and talk with Social Security, the VA, Medicare, or a professional you trust before you make changes. Again, I'm Chris Duncan, and We Speak Veteran.